Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a very important topic, something that I think that a lot of you guys that are dating, a lot of you men that are single, you should really focus in on and try to pay attention to. See it as a red flag when it is there, because if it is there and you're not catching it, I think that this is what leads to many of these marriages where women are nitpicking and controlling the relationship and controlling and believing that their way is right. I did a video on that 2 weeks ago. That was actually my last video, guys. I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I'm so sorry, but it's been crazy busy. But I wanted to get this one out because I have been seeing a plethora of videos of wives talking about the ways in which their husband has done something. A lot of times, those are just ways to work smarter, not harder, and they're actually better ways that these men have come up with. Of course, I'm going to bring you guys some video examples. We have 4 videos today. I want to show you one where a woman is very clearly talking about her dating expectations or her dating standards. And I just want you to pay attention because they might not all seem too outrageous, but just the way that she's presenting it and the real finality of these list of items, that is the red flag. I'm going to show you 3 video examples of the consequences of missing those red flags. The first video is basically a man that has found a way to work smarter, not harder, which is completely triggering to his woman. The second video is a man that's just doing something slightly different from his wife, and she questions it. And then the third video is a woman that does not react well to her man just enjoying some extra snacks. The first video starts off with a woman just asking a question.
This question is for the men. Why are you so dramatic? So dramatic when we ask to do a simple task around the house. This goes out to the husbands. Men, husbands. I asked my husband, can you sweep and mop? Please. I'll do the bathrooms. He said, no problem. I was like speechless. He didn't fight me on it. 4 days later, this shows up.
This honestly is just like a man, but I don't mean that in any sort of negative tone, because men are generally more of the logical thinker type, and he came up with a really good solution. So it's really not about being dramatic. It's just about a lot of logical thinking from a smart man that wants to work smarter, not harder. The second video, funny enough, also starts off with a question that a woman poses to men. Before I say more, let's just watch the video.
Just wondering why men are like this. That's literally fettuccine in a vase, as if we don't have Tupperware or anything else to put this in.
Okay, so I think from a very healthy relationship perspective that it would be totally okay for the wife to point this out and for them to both have a laugh about it. But it's a different level when there's an actual video that is made on it, sort of insulting a man's intelligence because of how he's choosing to do something. When the bottom line is that if you step back and realize what maybe his line of thought was in the moment, it kind of makes sense, right? The vase is glass, so it's not like it can't be utilized and cleaned for multiple things, and it fit perfectly into that spot in the fridge. And maybe he couldn't find the Tupperware, or there wasn't a good size container for what he had left over. And in that way, maybe he was just improvising. But the bottom line is that it worked, and he had it nicely covered so there wasn't going to be any odd smells in the fridge. The third video is a woman's reaction to her man having a little bit too many snacks in her view. This was her reaction.
3 in one sitting. Is there any need?
Let's make some magic.
What is it? Is it that you don't like me enjoying my life, or you don't want to see me happy? Which one is it?
I just think
Which one is it?
It's just
I
a
don't
bit-
drink, I don't go out, I don't party.
So excessive mini roll consumption it is.
Is it the happiness that makes you angry that I'm happy? Is seeing me happy? It's like when I nap. I can't have a nap.
Would you allow a child to have 3?
I'm 40 years old.
The man made some excellent points, because why should his woman care about how many snacks or what food he's consuming? It's a bit controlling. But I bet you anything that those signs to some degree were there when they were first dating. This type of mindset, the mindset in which she thinks that she knows best and that she knows the best way to do something, is wrapped up in the expectations that she has when she is first dating you. That's what I want to get into. I want to get into the final video, guys, where a woman is talking about her expectations. I want to point out why these are red flags, why you need to watch out for them so that you don't end up in a relationship where a woman is not allowing your life to be peaceful.
So I'm sick in bed, and I thought, what should I do to better myself? I made a dating boundary list, so we're gonna go over it together. Number 1, flowers every single month. This is a non-negotiable. Life hack, if a guy has an assistant, you'll always get beautiful flowers because she's usually like a cute young girl and she knows the vibe. If he doesn't have an assistant, you'll get like purple and orange flowers, so you really need to tell him which kind of flowers you like. Downside to if he has an assistant, he probably has a crush on her, so I don't know, get ugly flowers or have a crush on these. I don't know which is better. Second, must plan, because Amanda has a job. Even if you don't have a job, holla. They need to be planning. Even if it's dinner at home, they need to be planning. They need to look up recipes. This is a dating boundary. At 19, you asked me to hang out 2 hours before, I'm fucking there. I'm there early. At 26, I'm not there. Must tell Princess Amanda she's beautiful every single day. This is probably the most important one. When I am dating somebody, I need them to tell me how hot I am. I need them to like me every single story. I need them to respond to every single story. I need them to tell me I'm the most beautiful princess in all of the land. And I live in LA, so I know that's false, but I don't give a shit. Communicate. Tell me I'm hot. Communication is very important. Communicate how hot you think I am. This one is very important. I will never touch a doorknob. I will never touch a doorknob. I am not, like, doorknobs to me, I'm like, what is that? What is that? I don't know what they are. Open it, close it, get me a precious cargo in and out.
At surface level, some of these actually seem like would be okay, right? Like, you want a woman to feel like she is the most beautiful person in the world. But it's when you get into the details, right? It's when the demand is that you have to say it exactly like this every single day. It has to be verbal and via text. And you need these specific flowers, not just flowers every so often, but on a specific timeline. If you are constantly meeting those expectations, which in general is great, right? You want to be in a relationship with somebody that has a certain standard and you can easily meet it, like, without making yourself miserable in the process. But in the extreme cases where there are extreme high expectations and you go forward and you meet those, she is going to come out the other end of that really thinking that she was the reason why you guys ended up in this relationship. You know, that she set her boundaries, she set her standards, and she made you meet those. Well, guess what? When you are together and you're making a family and she's running this household, she is in this leader position, she is going to think that she needs to tell you and direct to you exactly how to keep things and how to do things. And even when you come up with a better way to do things, you come up with that strategic, work smarter, not harder, guess what? She's not going to be grateful. She's not going to be like, oh my God, you're so right. This is genius. She's not going to compliment you. No, she's going to be annoyed. She's going to be annoyed that you found a way to not work as hard because she wants you to be working hard. She doesn't want you to be relaxing. She doesn't want you to be just taking a break because she really believes that you have to be working super hard the entire time in order to be worthwhile in that relationship. Because to her, your value in the relationship is equal to the amount of work that you're doing. As always, guys, I want to hear your opinions. Leave it in the comments, and I will see you next week.